mean, I could use my skid steer to try and hoist it up. How about that, actually? Shall we try and... Oh, we might be able to... Oh, damn it. Sheila fixed the problem before I could fix the problem. With science, leverage, and the skid steer. Though, look at this beast over here.
Is it an excavator? Yeah.
Yeah. Now that... Vault Tech, oh dear. That is a machine for moving quite a lot of earth. I was this close to just putting sand under the tires. Well done, Ham dude. Come on down the road, Sheila. I'll hop in once you're clear of stuff. You'll need to adjust the permissions again.
I can't, like, it wasn't moving. Like, it sometimes after you pick a truck up and put it back down, it takes ages to start moving again. So I was just trying to get it on the move. There we are.
Yeah, Obsidian Miss mentioned that you do sound like you're a little bit too close to your mic.
Too close to my mic?
Yeah, you are kind of peaking a little bit.
Oh. Am I too loud or just too peaky?
Just a bit too peaky sometimes, but or it might be a function of it being a little bit too loud.
Okay, well I can be further away from it or I can be closer to it and then it can be turned down. I don't know which is the better option really.
Just be a little bit further away from your mic, I think.
Okay, I moved it back a touch.
That'll adjust your volume and also address being a little bit hot on the mic. It might just be the sound coming through Discord, yes. You know what, peeps? The easiest way for you to find out is to use the multi-stream link that Bilal and Leafin so generously sent out. Pop over to Lady Sheila's stream or bring up the multi-stream link and switch to listening to her audio. And let me know.
Yeah, tell me if it's still peaky. Might need a bit of compression on it or something, maybe.
It did happen when you were getting a little bit excitable with the truck not being in the right place.
I was probably shouting at the truck. I don't normally, I don't balance it for myself shouting because it's not normal. I need to shout. Right, there we go.
Right.
Shut up. You made me shout now.
I am proving my point.
Are you like sitting there enjoying a cup of tea while I'm doing all the driving?
I'm right, I am. Honestly, if there was like back seats, I'd be in those, not in passenger like home, James. Lean back, relax, read my paper.
We are so on the back roads here, but we're going to be on the better roads soon. Because we will be in Wild Magic's domain.
Okay, it's probably something with Discord then, unfortunately. Hop, hop, hop.
Oh my goodness, I'm getting so distracted with my driving today.
Under the sea. Can I see if I've not boosted Sheilab? I can definitely take a look at that. Yeah, Sheilab is at 200% on my side. So I'm going to drop it to 100%. That will definitely help because at 200%, that is 100%.
How do I swing down in this game? It's rare that I actually have.
Yeah, I probably just killed a part of you. There we go. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Thankfully, it seems that the cab is completely airtight.
I've been driving around seriously in this game for ages and not ever getting my truck stuck. And now, like, I'm on stream every 2 seconds of getting my truck stuck.
It is the way of things. Leafin is, all right, I have both you and Sheila at 200% on Discord. You are usually quieter than most nerds.
All right, I'm leaving those two. Ham, have some free fuel.
Well, I mean, there is a stack here.
Because I can carry 10. I can carry 10. So every time we go off the road.
Yeah, Annie.
I love how Mr. My Spatial Awareness is so amazing. Is not the one doing the driving.
I mean, it's not. To be honest, I imagine most of this is lag. But I can be the driver if you'd like. You load her up with fuel. I'll load her up with everything else.
I'll authorize it for you.
I'm gonna just load up the.
Although honestly, this bit of road is the worst bit. Like we literally round the corner, it gets to be a really nice road, so it's probably fine.
There we go. All right, we ready to go? Oh, okay. You're gonna
It's
be
fine. I'll drive. Like I say, the road's about to get a lot better.
Oh no! And 200 units on Stream Raiders. This is a travesty. That's the lowest it's ever been. Oh, I'm liking those little bumpers there. That's fantastic.
Hello, Annie.
All right, Sheila.
What?
I'm going to close my eyes and lean back while you drive us to our next destination. And in the meanwhile, I'm going to flick over to Stream Raiders to check out what's going down. I shall be back
See you in a minute.
in a few moments.
This is the last annoying bit of this road. The last tricky bit to do. There we are. And then we're, as I say, we'll be in Wild Magic's domain soon, so the roads there are ace. Look at this bridge. Look at this fancy pants bridge. Oh, that's the City Escape Bridge. That goes back into town. And it goes over to Elmir's place. We're not going there. No. We're not going there. We are going to go and see... We're going to go and see a couple of things, actually. The Roadco Mine. Cool. I think this is the General Electric Company down here. So you can see they have all their wind turbines. Bajillions and bajillions and bajillions and bajillions of wind turbines. This is basically keeping the entire server powered right now. And it is rather vast. Now I'm going to turn around and we're going to go see Sandman and Wild's place, I think. Oh no, we could still go and have a look at Imhotep's place. So let's go forward. I'm going to check that out. And then Avac stream can see we'll probably show them general power again on the way back. We'll have to wait for Avac to finish Stream Raiders before we have a look around, I think. Okay, we can wait for the world to load. We're going to add to the power plants. Because it's not big enough already. It's far too small. We need to add some more stuff to it. Good grief. So this is the sort of thing. And there's gold bars. Mike, this is what I'm guessing a really proficient smith does. That's huge amounts of metal. That's insane. That's pretty interesting, isn't it? Avac just stays in it. Well, Avac is currently doing Stream Raiders with his chat, so we're just kind of driving to the next location, and we're just gonna hang around and wait for him. And oh, I'm on property. I can't shoot that deer. The elk. You're being annoying, elk. Go away. Go away. Move it. Go away. I'm gonna train an arrow at you. Someone's up there shooting the elk. Ham. Shooting the elk. The elk's gone now. That's fine. It was being very derpy.
Hey, Sheila.
Heyo! We are now at General Power and also Imhotep's place. Imhotep has a lot of stuff. Sorry, Elves Warrior, my truck is so in the way. Let me just move it to the side a bit.
This is an awful lot of stuff here. General Power is basically who's providing all of the power for the server.
Yeah.
Everything on the server is powered by General Power.
I was just saying, look at the stockpile of gold.
That was precarious. Having to jump up onto the top of the ladder and then jump off the top of the ladder onto the stockpile. But dear gods. The stockpile of metals alone.
It is insane. These stockpiles are insane.
My goodness.
More gold up there, and more gold over there. And copper and
As is mentioned in chat at the moment, there is a lot of people are actually switching their private setups to a bit more of a public um, sort of public utility.
yeah.
I believe Lady Sheila is amongst
I
them. Is that right?
plan to do that probably tomorrow. I'll jump on here because obviously today we're just going to do a tour and we're going to, just obviously the meteor's been taken down and stuff. But tomorrow I'm going to start converting the cookhouse into like a public cookhouse for everybody.
And
Take my
what
claims
will you
off
be
it and
using
stuff.
that for?
Sorry?
So, like, anyone can make use of all of the.
Yeah, so basically, all the mass of ingredients that I've stockpiled, anyone can come in and just use them. Obviously, anyone that wants to put ingredients into the community project can do that. Anybody that wants to take food out, wants to cook food there can, and anyone that wants to take out can. Anyone that wants to sit and sort through the huge numbers of chests can do that too. Well, if we swing past my place, I'll give you our authorization, and you can see exactly like how much food and how many
Sure.
chests there are and stuff. So that's Geronimo
Sounds
down
like a
here.
plan. Do you want to take us over to your place? Because I believe Marissa's place is nearby, and they have to
Well, I
log
was
off.
thinking, if we can quickly go through Wild and Sandman's place now, with just a quick look at that on the way past, and then we'll zip along the road into town, and then my place is just down there. Yeah. So yes, basically. Let's do some turning. Turn this truck around.
As you can see, the road all the way around the planet has been completed.
Yeah, we should do like a little run around there maybe. A little run around the belt road.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty cool. I think Medians is working. I'm not sure if that's her personal project or if that is going to be more of a government area.
Where's that she's working on? Sorry.
Just sort of off the belt road.
Oh,
in the middle of
right.
the ocean.
Well, we'll go and check that out if we do a little run around the belt road then. Let's just go into first person again. I prefer driving in first person, but like sometimes it's just easier in third person to do a little maneuver or whatever.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And so up here, and I'm just going to turn the truck so that it's going down the road here. And out here, all the way down to... I'll get around the truck. All around here is all Wild and Sandman's place. It's massive.
Hasn't changed too much from the last time I saw it.
No,
Actually, though,
not too much.
With the exception of sky stockpiles.
Yeah,
Those
everyone has loads of sky stockpiles nowadays. It's just the whole server sky stockpiles, and I imagine over time that will probably change. People will start going to the effort of burying them and stuff like that. But I think just to get to the point that we're at,
people needed ridiculous amounts of mass storage. Yeah.
Yeah, and also like we're at the point where we're progressed quite far. So the only thing to do after this would be to make things prettier, to do things like bury the stockpiles, make the buildings look pretty, make them out of things like ashlar rather than having things out of like mortared stone and things like that.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
so it's going to slowly get
road
prettier.
has got ashlar stone along it. That's an expensive road.
Which
ashlar
road has
stone
ashlar stone?
Highest is well, if you come up onto the I almost jumped off to my death. Well, my not death. But if you come up onto the stockpiles and look out across the ocean, you'll see that the road is.
Okay, let me come up here.
Wrapped in ashlar.
And he's saying over here. I don't know where
yes.
you are.
Well, I mean, you'd be able to see it from up there as well, but.
Let me do some stockpile parkour then.
Indeed. Hardcore parkour. I would not make that jump, though.
No, I'm going to come around and be sensible.
Yes. But yeah, these ashlar roads are gorgeous, and I have completely stuck myself in that little maze of storages. But it's amazing what the dapper
Oh
can actually do.
yeah,
Can you
yeah,
see the
yeah.
ashlar?
So
Those little like
those
columns.
fences along the road
Mhm.
are ashlar, are they?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Basically anything that looks especially fancy made of stone is
Yeah.
probably ashlar, and that is expensive stuff to make. It's one of the highest tier building materials in the game at the moment. But the world has definitely come an awfully long way, and it's honestly just amazing to see what people
Yeah.
have built up to. Now, for those who are wondering, the world will continue beyond the Meteor. This is not the last night of the server. This is probably the last time that I'm going to be streaming the server. Lady Sheila may continue to play and may continue to stream it. I'm not sure what your plans are.
I
Do you
plan
have
to take
any
a
plans for the
step
moment?
back now. I've done a lot of cooking. I've done a lot of looking after people's food needs and things like that. And that's why I want to try and make things a little bit more, ooh, look at that place. That is fancy. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, I've done a lot of cooking. I've done a lot of looking after the food needs of people on the server. So I'm going to sort of hand that over in a way to the general community a bit more. That's why I'm going to make that. So I'm going to be moving to my quarry, I think. I'll probably do a little bit of cooking over there. Maybe have a very small shop or something. But the main kitchen is going to be going to the rest, the server as a whole. And anybody who wants to practice their cooking over there and stuff, they absolutely can.
Yeah. Right now, my XP requirements per star are as high as they're ever going to be. Once they hit level 7, they never get higher than that. So it's taking me roughly 14 days per skill point. Now, I can rise that a lot higher. I can almost double that. So even at best, it'll probably be about a week between skill points. But if you play the game long enough, you will get to the point where you can, know everything in the game. It's going to take a long time to do that as a single person.
Okay.
But it is actually possible.
So this is my place now. I have probably remodeled it a few times since the last time it's been seen. So that side is my house section. That I will probably take down and move. And I'll probably keep this like brick section, which is the main part of the kitchen. Sorry?
The cookery nookery.
The cookery nookery. Yeah. So you've got some bits in here that are like housing, which I don't know if people have seen recently. And fireplaces and toilets and stuffed out elks and things to just bring up my my housing.
Fancy bathroom, my lord.
That's mostly down to you. I've been buying all your stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna just authorize you to have a look through the chests and stuff, because that's one of the more impressive parts of it is actually the storage.
Okay, so vast amount of carcasses, various greens, fiddlehead ferns, so on and so forth.
Yes, you can sort of see. And then I don't know if you can see the basement from here. You can see some of the overflow. Not everything connects to everything else. It's too big.
Storages.
Sorry?
Linked storages. I'll try and open them up so I can have a look. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's a rather large amount of stuff. Loads of coal, foods. Look at the tiny scroll bar, chat. The amount of storage in this place is redonkulous.
But you can't even see all the storage. There's more downstairs. Some in the basement.
This goes to show how much Sheilab had to expand. And this wasn't so much so that Sheilab could cook loads of things. It was partially so that she could buy things to keep the farmers going.
Yeah.
The farmers relied on cooks because there was pretty much anything the farmers could farm, with some exceptions, wasn't used, generally speaking, by
Go into the basement.
by like campfire cooking and stuff like that. It was mostly people who had spec'd into cooking that would use quite like flour and stuff like that. You can't do anything without with campfire.
I've been expanding down here, so it's a little bit messy. But if you go up this ladder here, we've got stockroom 2.
Stockroom 2, my goodness.
And this is basically just like an intake for the shops. And you can see I probably emptied this about 36 hours ago.
Right, okay.
And they're all full. It's 10 chests full.
Yeah. And that is how She-Lab has been trying to make sure that the economy has been flowing, at least in regards to her particular shop.
And the coal storage is also full of rubbish, so I need to clean that out as well. So I'm going to need to come on later and clean all of that out so that people can start selling to me again. I originally had everything just going into all of the chests, but I had to sort of say, okay, I'll take 10 chests worth at a time to sort of put my foot down a little bit on how much I would take. Because otherwise I was spending all my time managing inventory. Sorry?
Yeah. After a certain point, you as much as you want to make it possible for the farmers who, for a large way, only get to...
they only really get to sell to me or Nobo, and it's horrible because like we'll both be out of money, and then the farmers will be like, I want to sell to someone, but there's no one's got any money. So that's a problem with the food industry at the moment with a...
Yeah. Right. If we head to Hybrid Vitae's place and then turn left, go through a long tunnel.
Okay.
We will apparently get eventually to Mercer's place. I'm looking around for the name of their place, don't we? A little bit of lag here and there.
Down a long tunnel through Kelfet's place.
I mean, there's the Tunnel Road project.
Nell
724, the Church of the Holy Meteor. Calfet Field. That's the one with the aqueduct.
Unit 6.
Oh, there we are, Mercer's hut. Right, okay. Yeah. Okay, I see.
Oh, right, yeah, that's barely anyway away.
Barely anyway away. In town, you want to go through the park and community centre, they're very well made. Well, what happened to the community centre that was being built by Inflectus?
I think it's still there.
Are there 2 community centres now?
Are we just going to walk there, actually? Because, yeah, I'll leave the truck parked here and we'll just walk through town then.
Sorry, Marissa, how decided that I needed to see this more. You blame them?
We'll be there in just a minute.
Marissa has to log off, though.
Oh, why didn't you say that?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Twice now. Is this the same building? It looks very different from before.
Yeah, it used to be out of brick. It's now completely out of ashlar. It is the same building though. They've just they've reclad the outside. They completely reclad it.
Okay, that explains why it looked a little bit different.
But it's the same overall shape and everything. Oh, I see. And there's a lot of work been put into this.
No, it's definitely not the same shape. This is a different building. This is 100. I mean, it might be in the same space, but it's in
the same space, and it's kind of got some of the same features. But yeah, it's been very much remodeled.
It's been completely remodeled. It's not as tall. It doesn't have that kind of like spires and roofs. Or the elevator inside. That was the first elevator I used on the server.
Aww. It's pretty though.
It is very pretty. It has a really, really nice aesthetic. Really nice. I love these windows though.
Tranquility
These windows
Park.
are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
They are lovely, aren't they?
I like
so that's the composite wood, isn't it? This is all ashlar and composite.
Yeah, it looks like. This is really, really nice.
Is it like a sandstone version of ashlar, I think? Is that right?
I think so.
Lumber floors.
It's not quite as intricate as the last one. That had like a... I mean, this one's kind of got a library, but it's actually, to be honest, this one does remind me more of a community center. I'll be honest. But largely because it's less ornate.
Yeah.
The other one it was more like a full-on government building. It reminded me actually of the government building in Norway, where the king the king goes and where they have their um, officials come together to make basically the Westminster of Norway, if you like. Um, it had like libraries and stuff, like full on libraries
Yeah.
in certain parts, and places for straight up tourists, and then other places for official business. Whereas this reminds me of the community center in one of the towns I grew up in. It's a bit more open plan. It's not so much a library as there are bookshelves and magazine racks and places where you could perhaps get the local road map or a pamphlet on things to see in and around the town. Maybe a little kiosk for some light shopping and stuff like that. Little nooks to sit down, but not really a seating space. This does feel more community center than the last one. Like
Yeah.
genuinely, a lot more actual community center, like real world inspired. Whereas the other one was just honestly that was I'm gonna be honest. That was that was what I would imagine a community center would be in a ridiculously affluent country, like ridiculously affluent. It's like yes, we've got a full fountain inside and palm trees. No, they're real palm trees because why not? Also, that isn't gold leaf. That's just solid gold. Because again, why not? When you're this wealthy, you may as well. I mean, what if we want to come down here? I don't want to be in squalor, my lord. You might be used to it, peasants, but not me.
I just have to say something to one of my guys in chat.
Go ahead.
Wagashugi. He knows what it means.
Wagashugi.
Wagashugi. It's the thing out of Littlewood. All the goblins say Poogie Woogie, but sometimes they say Wagashugi. So if someone says Poogie Woogie to me, I say Wagashugi back in the comments.
Okay, fair enough.
And Caspian came
Thank
into
you
the stream
so
and
much
said Poogie Woogie.
for the subscriptions, by the way, peeps. Shaq Aldraconis, Danny Banani, Ica,
Avax driving!
Sith Forever, thank you very much for all of the subscriptions and cheers, and thank you very much for the hype train that's going on right now. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed that community center. It had such an honest feel to it. It was sincerely somewhere that I could imagine like going and meeting up with friends before heading out to some local landmark. It had a useful feel to it. Whereas I think the last one was so ornate, you'd almost feel like, yeah, I wouldn't actually go there to use the library because I'd be afraid.
Maybe a little over-engineered.
It wasn't so much over-engineered. It just felt so. How to put it? You know how sometimes you look at are we gonna drive to?
You're driving.
Oh, I'm driving. Okay, very well. Sometimes you'll get ornaments that also are functional, but they're so pretty, you'd never want to use them for their function. They just end up being ornaments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you'll get vases and stuff like that you would never actually use as a vase because it is way too ornamental. And then you've got vases where, well, actually, yeah, it's a vase. What do you think you're going to do with it?
This is Marissa's place.
Plants in.
It's basically a giant bridge. The whole house is a giant bridge.
Oh dear. I misjudged that one. We are now doing 100% Austin Powers. 100% Austin Powers. That biodiesel is right in my way. We can't use the wing mirrors, unfortunately.
No, you can't.
This is it. Marissa's shop. Some wood, goods, and raw resources. Sheila, use your amazing hunting skills.
Only if that wolf is like... No, he's gone. I was going to say, it's hard around town to hunt because you're not allowed to hunt on other people's land claims. So I end up wasting a lot of arrows. Because I like to get my arrows back because I'm allowed to do that. I have skills.
I think this is Marissa's spot.
Yeah, it says on the front.
And I'm
Marissa's
assuming
shop.
this is what Marissa wanted me to check out as well. It does look actually quite nice.
So many stockpiles. Empty stockpiles. I feel jealous.
Yeah. No worries, Marissa. You don't need to let it in. It does look like a lovely spot. You've done a lot with the land, I think. It's actually pretty cool. I like the little windmill you've got there over the tunnel. What do you sell? Let's have a quick look. Chairs, logs. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool.
Now it looks like a carpenter's house.
Yeah, it does look like a carpenter's house. I mean, there's a bit of brickwork there as well. Okay. Well, how much longer do you want to do the world tour for, G-Lab?
I don't know. Is there anybody else that I think we'd just do requests? Maybe visit people that are requesting us to go visit, and then
Sure,
wrap
yeah.
it up. Start on Divinity then.